Hey, it's Eran here. Welcome to the landing page challenge done for you version. So, I wanted to tell you a little bit about what this particular portion of the challenge entails in case this is something that you want to get done. And what the done for you version means is simply that you are going to work with my team and you're going to get your landing page done and your list builder done from A to Z and have that done with you, but for you. Now, there are different portions to this particular challenge, which you need to be aware of on the done for you and how this works. So, quick backstory. When I originally started this landing page challenge, what I did is I had people actually sign up and then prepare the content. And then once they prepare the content, they would send it to me. I will schedule a time on YouTube and we would literally hop on a call, which wasn't using Zoom, but similar to Zoom, similar software to Zoom. And we actually streamed me building their landing page live while they're there with me. So me and them together, and we're building it live. And I did that a number of times. And if you look at my YouTube channel, you will see a playlist of all of these times where I did it. So this was really successful, really popular, and really fantastic, honestly. What this also did is it served as a guide to my own support team to learn how to do this themselves too. So what I've done now is I no longer do this live streaming anymore, but the landing page challenge done for you version is still something that is going to be delivered. It's just in a different fashion. So the result you're going to receive is identical to those that were in the challenge with me, but it's just going to be done a little bit differently. So let me tell you first of all about the result that you're going to get out of the Done For You challenge, and then I'll tell you about the method with which that will be accomplished. So let's start with the result. The result is very simple. You are going to come out of it with a way to start building your list and being able to share that link with your audience, with people who come to you to check about your services, who are interested in what you have to offer, things along these lines. Now, the list builder, I want to be very, very specific about what it is. The goal of the landing page challenge is for you to be able to start building a list. So if you don't have an email list or a way to start building an email list, this challenge is for you. If you want to use this challenge to sell something, then this is beyond the scope of this challenge. Now, it's really important to also understand, if you want to sell something and you want to build an email list, this challenge is still for you. It's just that the selling part, that's beyond the scope. But building a list comes first anyway. So let's focus on that. So you're going to come out with, number one, an opt-in page, a squeeze page, lead capture page. These being all the same thing. It's simply a page where somebody can arrive on your page, enter their name and email, and request something from you, a freebie, join your newsletter, whatever it is, and that way subscribe to your email list. Number two, a lead magnet. For them to even want to enter their email address, you need to give them a reason. A lead magnet is that reason. Something free, something of value that they are interested in. It could be a checklist, it could be a free video, a free guide, whatever it is, it needs to be valuable for them to enter their email address. Number three, a thank you page. A thank you page is a very important page that comes right after they enter their name and email. So it goes from landing page to thank you page. So this is really important. The lead magnet gives them a reason to enter their email address. The thank you page is not where you necessarily deliver your lead magnet, although you can. I don't always recommend it, and I'll explain that in a second why. The thank you page is there to build a relationship with that new subscriber. So that thank you page you're going to have done as well. And that thank you page is going to be set up in a way where it's going to encourage them to take the next step of whatever it is you want them to do with you. Maybe it is to go check out your products and services. Maybe it's to book a call with you. Whatever it is, that's going to be the next step. Now, the last thing you're going to get, or the fourth thing you're going to get out of that entire thing, is the email sequence. Now, this is really important because if they're new to a subscriber, if they're new to you, They need to learn about who you are, what you do, who you serve, how you can help them, and so on. That's done through an email sequence. First of all, email number one is going to deliver the lead magnet. You're going to send them an email saying, hey, thank you so much for joining my email list. Here is the free guide that I promised. By the way, let me introduce myself, or whatever it is you want to say. And don't worry, you'll get templates for all that stuff. That email sequence is the fourth element that you're going to get out of this landing page challenge done for you version. So typically we recommend you do 5 emails, but that's going to be up to you. Whatever you're going to propose to us, this is going to be that welcome series, and then you'll be able to get that included as part of this challenge. So those are the 4 things you're going to get. Now, behind the scene to those 4 things, there is a 5th aspect, which is where you're going to truly get a lot of value out of this challenge. And that is all the techie integrations. Let me tell you something. I have had a tech support membership for over 2 years now, close to 3 years. By the time you're watching this video, probably longer. And I can tell you right now that one of the biggest challenges that online entrepreneurs have when they're starting online is the techie integrations. It is just heartbreaking to see how much time people are wasting on things that honestly will take my team to do with you literally half an hour. That's all it will take them. And they will hop on a Zoom, show you what to do, click things around, tell you what to click, and it's done. You don't even have to share your login details. They will literally have you share your screen and walk you through all the steps, okay? Now, the techie integrations we're talking about, and I'm going to throw some names at you, which might be a little bit overwhelming, but you need to know that you're going to have all this stuff that you probably don't want to learn about taken care of for you, but with you. You're going to have your custom domain name integrated, which means adding the CNAME records. You're going to have your email address, your professional email address set up so you can send emails. You're going to have that professional email address connected to the software. Now, that software is going to be able to send emails on your behalf. And to do that, you're going to need to follow certain requirements from Google and Yahoo, which means adding different records, which are SPF, DKIM, and DMARC records, okay? Also, you're going to add Stripe and PayPal payment integration so you can actually accept payments. And all of those things are going to all be done with you. Now, you might have no clue what I just said. What the hell is CNAME, DKIM, SPF, DNS records? What are you talking about? Look, all you need to know is these are mandatory things you need to do to be able to send emails to your list. And if you don't build an email list, you don't really have an online business. Your audience is so important. It happens that sometimes social media goes down for a few hours. It happens that people get locked out of their accounts. It happens that people get scammed out of their accounts, or a social media platform decides to shut down your account for some reason. Those things do happen. You have to own your email list. It's vital. So with all that said, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get all the techie integrations done for you, okay? Because that's going to be an important piece of the landing page challenge. So that's going to be the result. By the end of it, you're going to have a squeeze page, which you're going to be able to share. And that squeeze page, that landing page, is going to be able to be shared by you on social media so people can join your email list, download your freebie, and learn more about you and your services. And you could start building a list that way. So all of these elements are all going to be done as a result of this challenge, okay? Now, I want to be very clear. This challenge is applicable to people who are going to use or are using a software called System.io. Now, I want to tell you why I'm doing it this way with System.io. It's very simple. When you're getting started online, you are going to probably be overwhelmed with software choices and what to use and things along these lines. And you can spend a lot of time going through the rabbit hole. And in fact, quick backstory, when I started my business and I started to find success, one of the lead magnets, the most prominent lead magnet that I had in my business was a one-on-one software consultation on Zoom. And to this day, I still periodically do that. I don't do it as much, but at the beginning, I did a lot of them. And that was my primary lead magnet. And that did very well for me. And this was, back in 2018, 2019, probably 2019 more so is when I started doing a lot of these Zoom calls, 2020. And, it did very well for me as a lead magnet, actually. But what I specialized at the time is being able to speak to somebody and discuss what is the best option for them to use in their online business. And I was talking to them about, do you need a community platform? Do you need a course platform? Do you need this? Do you need that? And it worked really well for me as a lead magnet. But also, as I've gotten more savvy in business, as I've gotten better as a marketer, as I've gotten more understanding on the market and who I deal with. And my market, by the way, the people that I serve is beginners to the online world primarily. Whether you want to do affiliate marketing, coaching, you want to sell a course, you want to start a membership, or you become a service provider. That's typically my market. People who are at the beginning stages or just want to make money online. These are the type of people that I work with, okay? And that's who I focus on working with. Typically, you will, unless you listen to my advice, you're literally going to spend weeks, if not months, procrastinating on what software to use. So I'm going to end your procrastination right now and tell you, just forget about that. Forget about research. Take my word for it. Use system.io. I know it's a bold statement, and it's just going to save you so much time. It really is. And I'm talking about if you're in the beginning stages, okay? If you're not at the beginning stages and you feel a little bit more savvy and you want to discuss it and, you want to, evaluate other options, by all means, do that. But this challenge, I cannot serve you with this challenge because we only serve people who use system.io. And it's not that it's wrong to use other tools. It's just that I know as a beginner, it's going to be a much better solution for you. And there are a number of reasons for that. Number one, you're going to get the landing page able to be done on the same place. You're going to be able to set up your thank you page in the same place. You're going to be able to send the emails from the same platform. It's all taken care of. We're going to be able to connect everything for you on the same platform. You're going to be able to, once you grow, and decide, okay, I'm ready to now add. And when I mean grow, you might be finishing the challenge and next week you want to set up an online course and start selling it. That's okay. You'll be able to do that on the same platform. You might want to set up a membership. You'll be able to do that. You might want to sell coaching. You'll be able to do that. I have a video on my YouTube channel where I actually show what does the private members area of system.io looks like. And I talk about 9 different digital products that you can set up on system.io. And I'm talking about a virtual summit. I'm talking about a done-for-you coaching program. I'm talking about an online course, a membership, and so on and so forth. All of these can all be done with system.io. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're an author, if you're a freelancer, if you're an affiliate marketer. All of those things you can do with system.io. Okay, so when you're beginning stages, save yourself the headache of trying to figure out what to use. I'm telling you, it's going to solve all your issues and be able to do everything. Now, as you grow and you get more savvy and you get better, you might be like, you know what? I would love to have a better community feature, which is not using Facebook. I want to do something that is different. Okay, great. At that stage, you can evaluate migrating or adding another tool or something like that. But it's important for you to follow a sequence, follow a ladder. You can't go to step 17 before doing the first step. So do step 1, set up your list builder. Okay, that's the first step. As you progress, you can always then evaluate to change. You're not locked into anything, but start with System.io. It's going to be the best place for you to start. There's another reason why it's actually a really good option is because of the price, okay? It's actually free to use when you're getting started. Now, you'll probably exceed the free plan that they have pretty quickly, and the paid plan is $27 a month or $197 a year, okay? Which is extremely affordable. There is so many people that I see who start with a software like Kajabi, and Kajabi is like $149 per month, okay? So it's just so much more expensive. Or ClickFunnels, $97 a month. And you hear about these platforms because, frankly, they're the more well-known ones. They're the bigger marketers use them. And that's okay. They're the bigger marketers. No worries. But System.io is just so much more beginner-friendly from that perspective. And the pricing model is so generous. Just take my word for it. Start with System.io and it will be so much better. Whether you're doing the challenge with me or not, by the way, the Done For You challenge, it's just going to be a better choice, okay? So now, I've spoken to you about the result you're going to get. I've spoken to you about the platform you're going to use and save you a lot of time. Now, let's talk about how we're going to get there and how this challenge is going to work. If you were to decide to join, or if you're watching this video as well in the members area and you're actually getting started. So here's how it's going to work. I have a wonderful tech support team. They serve hundreds of members in my membership, and they're great. Okay, they've been with me for years. I fully trust them, and they're awesome. The first step you're going to get is you're going to get an onboarding one-on-one Zoom call with my support team. And they're just going to make sure you have access to the course area, the members area. Make sure you have logins to everything. Make sure you understand what you need to get done. Make sure you watch this video so you understand what's required and answer any questions you might have. We just want to do a really smooth onboarding with you. Now, you might be a very efficient person and you'd already be ready to dive into the next step. That's cool, okay? But we do offer this onboarding as well, just to give you that personal touch to make sure that you know what to expect, you know what's needed, and things along these lines. The next step that you're going to follow is you are going to book your one-on-one Zoom call with my other tech support member who's going to do all the techie integrations with you. Now, in order to prepare for these techie integrations, you're going to need to have a few things. You're going to need to have a Stripe account set up, a PayPal account set up. You're going to need to have a professional domain name purchased. You're going to need to have a professional email hosting purchased. Those few things you're going to need to have in advance. Now, don't worry. In the challenge, I have a lesson on each one of these individual points, so you actually know how to do that. Like, you might not be sure about how to choose a domain name, where to buy a domain name, where to buy the professional email address. All of that is covered in the challenge as well. And also, you might be thinking now, about maybe some hidden fees or extra fees that are included in this challenge. I will mention that at the end because a domain name does cost, a professional email address does cost. So I'll talk about that at the end of this video as well, so you're aware of those things as well. So I just want to manage expectations on literally every single step here as part of the Done For You challenge. So that's the preparation step you're going to need to do. Once you have those things done, you will then book a call with my VA, my virtual assistant, and then they will hop on a Zoom call with you and actually walk you through integrating all of those things with System.io. Of course, you'll need to have a System.io account set up already by that stage as well, and they will do all those steps with you. So they will connect your domain name, connect your professional email address, connect your PayPal and Stripe so you can accept payments, and also do all the integrations with the email provider so you can send emails and be compliant with Google and Yahoo because they have some requirements as well for you as an email marketer. So he will do all of that with you, take it all with you. It might take 2 sessions, it might take 3 sessions, it might take 1 session. Depending on how long it takes, doesn't really matter. He will take care of it. He knows what to do. He's brilliant at it. And it's going to be so much faster than you having to watch tutorials and trying to figure this stuff out on your own. Trust me on that, okay? So that's going to be a really valuable step. Once that's done, the next phase that you're going to do is to prepare the content for this challenge. Now, preparing the content for this challenge, you can actually start to do before the tech integrations. So in case you're watching this video now, you're in the members area, you started, you don't even have to wait for any of the one-on-one calls. You can literally start right now to prepare the content. And let me tell you about the content you're going to need to prepare. You're going to prepare the landing page, the squeeze page content, which will include very, very simple points, okay? A headline, maybe a sub-headline. You're going to create an image. You're going to have 3 bullet points on why people should download your free PDF. And you're going to have their name and email to be able to enter it. And then you're going to have a little text, which will be an exit pop-up. So if they try to leave without downloading or requesting the freebie, you have a little pop-up that says, hey, don't leave empty-handed, grab the guide here, and you will only ask for the email address. That is the extent of your squeeze page landing page. That's all you're gonna do. It's dead simple. Don't overthink it. You can always create more squeeze pages in the future. You can always improve on them. You can always test new things. But this squeeze page has worked for me. It's worked for others. If you listen to other top marketers as well, honestly, they don't recommend doing much else besides something that simple, okay? So you're gonna prepare that content and you're gonna see when you join the members area, you will have all the templates, like literally fill in the blanks template for those things. So it will be really simple for you to follow, okay? So that's the landing page, squeeze page content you'll prepare. The next thing you can prepare is a thank you page. The thank you page, we actually have a template for the thank you page. where I have a bit of a script on what to say with the text. And then we'll also have a script for a thank you video. So if you want to record a thank you video, you can do that as well. And I have a training video on how to record a thank you video. So you can do that as well. Additionally, if you have never recorded a thank you video, obviously I'm recording this video right now in a professional studio. You don't have to do that. You can literally just pull up your iPhone and record yourself recording the thank you video. Or you can record the thank you video using a software, a video creation and editing software as well, using your computer. And there will be a lesson for that in the landing page challenge as well. Then there is, of course, the lead magnet. Now, the lead magnet, you can do it in two ways. You can create it on Google Doc, you can create it on Canva. This is typically what we recommend. Okay. And in the landing page challenge, you will have a training video on how to create it. You will also have the templates, the Canva templates that I offer to be able to create that. So it's going to be a really simple process for you to create as well. And again, you will be able to book a call with my VA to walk you through anything you're uncertain about anytime as well, because we really want to make sure you are served throughout the journey as well. Okay. You may have never used Canva, so it might be something new to you. That's okay. You might have never used Google Docs, so it might be new to you. Again, once you have the content ready for the lead magnet, you can book a call with my VA and actually get some help with the lead magnet so you're happy with what's there. The lead magnet typically needs to just provide quick value and a call to action for whatever it is you want them to do next. So that's going to be the lead magnet portion of the challenge. The last thing you're going to prepare is the emails. And I know sometimes people struggle with copywriting. There is a really simple software that I will share with you in the challenge inside, and it's going to make your life a lot easier to be able to actually create emails. You'll have a bunch of templates. You could choose the templates, and you'll be able to share those emails, and it'll be done. Now, we have like a Google Sheet that you can literally input all this content. All this content you'll be able to input into the Google Sheet, and when it's all done, you're going to share it with my VA. My VA is then going to take all your content. They're going to create your landing page, create your thank you page, create your email sequence, and add your lead magnet to the first email. All of that stuff they're going to do for you. You don't have to hop on a Zoom call. They will do it all for you, and then it's going to be done. Once it's done, you're going to then do the final call with my VA. And what they're going to do is simply, they're going to do what's called a one-click transfer. And they're basically going to share with you 2 or 3 links, a link to the email campaign, the email sequence, a link to the funnel, the landing page funnel, which is the squeeze page and the thank you page. And you'll be able to click those buttons and it will automatically import to your System.io account with 1 click, which is phenomenal. Once my VA makes sure that it actually worked, you will be sharing your screen, and then my VA is going to be seeing your account. He's not going to do it for you. He's going to walk you through how to then connect the squeeze page to the thank you page, how to connect the email sequence to the squeeze page, so everything is talking to everything. And also how to basically test to make sure everything worked. So he will do a test with you while on the call, so you can visually see what it looks like when somebody subscribes to the landing page challenge, or when somebody subscribes to your list builder. They will be able to basically see exactly how everything works, basically. So he will walk you through that, so that also when you want to build your own landing pages in the future, you know how to connect the pieces. This is really important because we don't want to just do it for you and then you got no idea what happened. We want to do it for you, but we want you engaged and involved in the process. That is something that is very, very different, but what we offer is very much a done for you and educational, hold you by the hand type process, okay? So there is a lot of involvement for us to really take care of you every step of the way. So if you haven't signed up for System.io, if you haven't even started searching for a software, if you have no list builder, all of that stuff is going to be covered. And that's pretty much it. That's the challenge. Now, let's talk about extra fees that you need to be aware of. Now, this is not necessarily fees to me. It's just part of the package, and you need to be aware of that. So first of all, there's the cost of the landing page challenge. That is the first cost, which below this video, you will see the costs for the landing page challenge. And obviously, I pay salaries to my team to be able to have them take care of you and stuff like that. So of course, this is a price tag that I need to A, be profitable, B, cover my costs of actually have my team serve you from A to Z with the Zoom calls that are required and all that. So that's the price for that. The second price is the cost for system.io. Now, like I said, it is free to use. And for the purposes of this challenge, just so you know, you can actually be on their free plan, okay? So you don't have to upgrade, but I want you to be aware that pretty quickly you are going to probably need to upgrade. So it's going to end up being $27 a month or $197 a year, okay? And I have an affiliate link for both of them. You will see it in the challenge. And it's actually a price, the $197 a year is something that's not publicly available on their website. So you'll be able to get that, okay? But again, it's not actually mandatory as part of this challenge, but you need to be aware of that. The other cost that is mandatory is to buy a domain name. A domain name is like eranbucai.com, my name, okay? Then that's an example of a domain name. You need to have that for two reasons. Number one, you want to have your own personal branding on the website. And when you're sharing a link on Facebook, unfortunately, a lot of times when you share a subdomain of a company, Facebook doesn't allow that. So you want to have your own domain name. So whatever your name is, probably choose that. But again, we will have that covered in a training video on how to choose the domain name in the challenge, okay? So that's that. Typically, for a domain name, if you buy a premium domain name, well, that's going to cost you thousands of dollars. Don't do that. Buy a simple domain name that is affordable. Typically, it's anywhere between $10 to $20 per year, okay? The software that we recommend you use is called Namecheap. And again, you will see the link, and I will explain why and all that also in the challenge, but that's typically the one we recommend. You can go to eran.link/Namecheap. That's the one to use. The next thing you need to sign up for is also a professional email address, which is email hosting. Typically, that price varies depending on what you use. And again, I have a training video that explains that as well. And you will have all the information in the challenge on that. You can expect that to be anywhere between $36 per year all the way up to $80 per year, maybe even $100 per year, depending on who you're using. So of course, I will give you the most affordable and cheap options as well. So I will make sure that, number one, I just want to give you all the information and you can decide what's best for you. And I will include all of that also. So you just need to be aware that those costs are required. So, and these costs don't necessarily come to me. I may be an affiliate, but it's not necessarily come to me, but you need to be aware those costs are something that are mandatory in order for you to send emails. You cannot send emails without having a professional email address. The professional email address or the professional email hosting simply means that your email is going to be, in my case, contact@eranbucai.com as opposed to a Gmail email address, okay? So those are the costs you need to be aware of, and that's pretty much it. Those are the costs. If there are additional costs as things evolved in the future, I will make sure that I list them below as well, but otherwise these are the costs, and we have done this challenge now for, I don't know if we've crossed 100 people, but dozens of people have been for this challenge, and that's what, these are the costs, that's the information you need to know, okay? So that's about it. That's all I wanted to tell you. I wanted to give you all the information you need to know so you can make a decision if you want to sign up or not. And then if you can't afford it right now, that's okay. You just need to be aware that that's the costs as well. All the details will be below. The price has evolved as well because at the beginning it was just a beta, so it is going to be more expensive. And depending on where you're watching this as well, the price might vary as well. So whatever the price is, it's going to be listed below. And that's about it. I thank you for taking the time to watch this. Hope you found this video also educational on what a landing page challenge looks like and stuff like that. I can tell you right now, I have seen people charge for this exact setup literally $2,000, $3,000, even $5,000 for what I just shared with you. Okay, so like I've seen people charge a lot of money for this, okay? And it's really not necessary. It's really not a complicated setup, okay? It's just that it does take time and it does take focus to actually follow the steps as well. And my team, it does take time to train them and all that stuff, and their time is valuable. So there are costs associated. So I can tell you right now, but whatever price you're seeing below, it is a freaking good price compared to what's out there in the market. And I do that because I refuse to charge high ticket prices from people that work with me who are beginners to the online world, because I don't think you need to. You really don't, okay? So anyway, whatever price you see below, trust me, it's going to be a great price. And yeah, if you have any questions for me, if you want to find out if there's maybe a better price elsewhere or something like that, let me know. Send me an email, contact@eranbucai.com. I'm all about transparency and honesty. So let me know if you have any questions. If this video didn't answer all your questions, I definitely encourage you to write to me as well, because below this video, you'll also see a list of FAQs of questions that other people who have emailed me and asked me about this to make sure that they are making the right decision by signing up. And I continue to add more FAQs to make sure that I answer everything as well. There is no countdown timer on this page per se, because this is not like a fake scarcity that I want to like have you sign up right now. I want you to know all the details in order to make a decision to sign up for this, if it's the right thing for you. So that's about it. Thanks for listening. Really appreciate you. Looking forward to serving you. And that's about it. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.